Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is an update for the Project 10 Uses Project Pan. This is something a lot of people are doing. It is a usage style project where I pick 4 items at a time, use them 10 times, roll them out for something new. It's a way for me to rotate through my collection, and I really do like doing this. This project was first started by Phoebe HB. I will link her in the description box, and like I said, tons of other people are doing this too. I think it is so much fun for me to rotate through my collection this way. So each round I usually pick one eyeshadow palette, a blush, a highlighter, a bronzer, or a lip product, some combo of those type of things. So usually 4 items at a time. Everything in this round I have used 10 times, and I'll be picking some new products, which I'm pretty excited. I am also doing several project pans though, where I am trying to completely finish items. So if you do want to see that, check out my project pan playlist, and I am doing several other usage projects as well. So let's get started. First, I'll recap the items from the last round that I have used 10 times. The first one I couldn't find. I really hope I didn't lose it. I actually end up using it more than 10 times. It is the NYX Intense Butter Gloss and Peanut Brittle. And I just recently mentioned that in a favorites video, and I absolutely love it. I was so happy to be using it, but I don't know what happened to it. Hopefully I can find it. My AC is broken, so I put a bunch of my cream products in my fridge. So maybe it's in my fridge. I need to look there again, but I just checked and I couldn't find it. But hopefully I can find that gloss because I love it and I absolutely loved using it. For the palette for this round, I had this one of Single Shadows, and this is almost all Coastal Scents Hot Pots. These are MAC single eyeshadows, and then these are Makeup Geek, but pretty much everything in here is Coastal Scents. I'm so sad the Coastal Scents went out of business. That is such a bummer. I actually think these are really good. I am a big fan of their eyeshadows. There's a few duds, but yeah, I really like these. I have another palette of Coastal Scents Hot Pots with all of their colorful shades, so this is like my more neutral palette. And I gotta say, I loved using it. I think these are great. These greens here, oh, so beautiful. Really loved using those. I did use, I'm trying to think, I didn't use every single shade. I try to use most of the shadows, you know, when I'm picking a palette like this. I would say I probably used like 50% of these, but yeah, really a big fan. Kind of sad that Coastal Scents is going out of business. What a bummer, but I still have these eyeshadows. They are definitely getting older, I will say. My Coastal Scents Hot Pots are some of my older eyeshadows in my collection. I think I've had some of these as far back as 2016 and 2017. But they seem to be performing well, so I'm going to keep using them. And yeah, I think they're really good, and I had a lot of fun using this palette. And I gotta say, I really like my arrangement. I like this combo of like neutrals, burgundy shades, and greens. I think it's really nice. So yeah, I had a lot of fun with this palette. And actually the 2 other items I had were also palettes. I had the Ofra Island Time palette, used this 10 times, really enjoyed this. My favorite thing in here are these 2 blushes. This one is Mai Tai, and what's this one called? Bellini. Beautiful, kind of warm blushes. Yeah, I thought this was really good, and I really did enjoy using that. I tend to neglect face palettes. I don't know why that is, but that's one of the things on my low buy this year. I think I said I was allowed to buy 2 face palettes for the year, and so far I've bought 0, which I'm really proud of that because I tend to neglect my face palettes. I don't know what happens. I just tend to like reach for an individual blush or an individual highlighter most of the time. But speaking of highlighter, I loved using this, and I'm pretty sure I did use this more than 10 times. So this is an old like magnetic ColourPop palette that I have some depotted highlighters in. So these here are singles from Divina Cosmetics, which are beautiful. This is another indie brand one. These 2 are from the Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit. These 2 are Ofra. This one is ColourPop. I'm pretty sure I used almost all of these. Definitely some of my favorites in here are my Divina ones, which are, these 2 are pink. You can't tell, this is a duochrome. And then these 2 from the Sun Dipped Glow Kit are so beautiful. So yeah, I have some really good highlighters in this, and I also tend to neglect like depotted things, which is why I don't depot things anymore. But yeah, I had a lot of fun using this, and there are some really good highlighters in here. Yeah, particularly the Divina ones, Sun Dipped Glow Kit, those were fantastic. So yeah, I really enjoyed using these highlighters. All right, so I picked 4 new products to use 10 times each. And last couple of times I did kind of like a theme. Like last time I did random color generator and then I picked products based on that. This time I just kind of picked some things I hadn't used in a really long time. Some pretty neglected stuff, honestly. And for the palette, I went with the Natasha Denona Mini Lila. I just don't really reach for this, even though I actually like it. I know a lot of people really didn't like this palette by Natasha Denona, but I think it's really good. And this purple to blue duochrome is so gorgeous. I love that shade. You've got the 2 neutral shades. I mean, this is a really good palette. I have said before, I also tend not to reach for my mini palettes, which is why I have not bought the other Natasha Denona mini palettes that I really want. I really want the mini retro and maybe the mini glam. I'm not sure, but I just don't really tend to reach for these mini palettes. Oh, the mini Zendo looks beautiful. I don't know. We'll see, but yeah, I really do want to use this one, and I think it is beautiful. And yeah, the shades are in here. The shades in here are fantastic. Particularly this duochrome though is so gorgeous. And I picked a blush. This I actually really like, and I have been wearing a lot of pink blush lately because I've been panning some blushes, and then I also got a Pat McGrath blush in like a pink fuchsia color, but I've been craving these like orangey kind of more peachy colors like what I'm wearing today. And so I thought, okay, I am gonna go with this. This is the Toasted Cinnamon Blush by Burt's Bees. This was once so hyped up on YouTube. I mean, it's like an orangey brown, but I actually really like it. I love warm toned blushes, and I think for warm toned eye looks, this looks amazing. And I definitely want to do some like, you know, golden summery looks. I kind of have like the urge to do those type of looks, so I thought this would be perfect to go with those type of looks. Then I picked another face palette. This is a mini one. This is the Sleek Face Form palette, and this is a trio of a contour shade, a highlighter, and a blush. And I always mention this in every update. So when it comes to like palettes, whether it's a face palette or an eyeshadow palette, so even if I just use one item one time, that does count as one use. Or if I were to use this whole palette and use everything in it, that still just counts as one use. So FYI, that's kind of how I do it. I like this face palette. It's the only thing I own from Sleek, and I definitely want to try more from this brand. I've wanted to try their eyeshadows, but I hear really hit or miss things about their eyeshadows. But I really do like this palette. I think the contour actually looks really good on my skin tone. So again, also this is like a really pretty like orangey coral blush. I think perfect for summer. So yeah, I thought this would be perfect. The highlighter in here, I don't like as much as the blush and the contour. It's nice, but it's not like amazing. You know, it's not blowing me away, but I haven't used this in quite a while. This is something I got in PR last year, and I tested it out, and then after that, I kind of forgot about it. So that is very, very sad. And then this is an item I've used quite a bit overall, but I haven't used it in a while, and it is the Undone Beauty 4-in-1 Highlighter Palette. And it is basically a big highlighter that has 4 stripes of color. This purple is such a pretty highlighter. It's gorgeous, and then there's a gold, and then there's more like 2 pink type colors. This is so pretty. I am a huge fan of this. I think this is really, really beautiful. I love this highlighter. And yeah, I definitely want to use it. I think the purple I have used as a highlighter, this also would look really cool on the inner corner with a purple eye look. So I may be planning something like that. But yeah, I thought this would be perfect, and I think that this will also go very well with the mini Lila palette, especially if I decide to use this purple. That is it for this update. I am really, really enjoying this project. I love rotating through my makeup collection, and honestly, like rotating through my collection, these usage projects, and I do also have a separate Shop My Stash series. I really think this type of thing has helped me on my low buy so much this year. Shopping my stash, rotating through my collection. I just have had so much fun doing it, and really I've been sticking to my low buy very, very well. I need to do a low buy update. I haven't done one for the month. I like to do one at the end of each month, so I am still planning that. I'm hoping next week I will be able to get that video up. But yeah, I'm really happy with my low buy overall, and I really think that my usage projects and just shopping my stash in general has been very, very helpful. So let us know, are you doing any usage type projects? I know a lot of people are doing the Project 10 uses as well. And if you want to see my other project pans, check out my Project Pan playlist. That is it. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.